you can't trust yourself. Women of nowadays, some bad one. In the name of today, we have night vigil, which she is not going to the night vigil. She's going to somewhere else.
That's why it is very peculiar for the kind of person you choose to be your partner, to be your spouse.
As Christians, for me, I don't think it's right, based on the fact that churches nowadays have different doctrines. Imagine a situation where they are preaching something different for the wife in their own church, and they are preaching something different for the husband in his own church. You know, when they come home, they cannot relate their faith, because today we see how pastors preach. They have different way of approaching the Bible and different way of approaching God. So if it conflicts, they will be having problems. And now, which church will the children go? Likely, they will likely go to the church where the mom attends, because right from birth, she will start carrying them to church, to our own church. So if they grow up there in our own church, and the husband may not like, in some cases, in many families they have issues like that, because some women, they don't like to leave the church they were attending before they got married. They still want to continue there, while the husband still wants to continue his own church. So in cases, maybe the woman was already holding a position in our church, maybe a very sensitive position. She may not want to leave that position, or maybe her pastor may not want her to leave. Maybe they like the way she has been handling the position she is holding. So cases like that might arise, and she may want to remain in that church. So even likewise the husband too, maybe he likes the church, or in some cases the church is closer to the husband's house. He may not want to be going to the wife's church, which may be far. You know, there are different people, they just met somewhere and got married, so now they are moving together and their church are different. There are so many other reasons too that will make them want to remain in their churches. But for me, I don't think it's right. For me, I will not allow it.
For me, it's not a good idea. I don't really buy the idea, because if you are truly Christian, number one, if your wife is going different church, you are going different church, that means that different ideas and different beliefs will come into the family. Because what you learn here, your wife is not learning there. What she should learn there, you did not learn. So at times it will bring problems, quarreling in the house. So for me, it's not good. A husband, as a Christian, it's not good a husband to go different church, his wife go different church. Another thing is that you can't trust yourself, because women of nowadays, not that I condemn women, women are good, but there is some bad one. In the name of today, we have night vigil, which she is not going to the night vigil. She's going to somewhere else. So for me, I don't really like it. So a husband and wife must worship the same place, because mother and father, I believe they are the first home. If them separate their home, children too will separate, because now, when them come, this one will say, I like my mommy church. This one will say, I like my daddy church. This one may even say, I don't like it at all. I will follow my friend to their church, because it's the husband and the wife first scatter the foundation of their home.
In the case of husband and wife, it started from the Bible, the Genesis. That's why it is very peculiar for the kind of person you choose to be your partner, to be your spouse. Because for my own thinking, Adam and Eve was not in a separate garden. They were in a one garden. Talking about church is a fellowship center. The garden is where the Lord comes and fellowship with them in the cool of the day. So I think that at that particular settings, that is their church. God did not separate Adam in another garden and separate Eve in another garden. So in that case, my own thinking, church is where we fellowship together. So husband and wife must fellowship together in a particular place, so that by so doing, remember the moment where Eve depart from Adam, the devil came. So you don't know the teachings and the doctrine of that church that can affect you. Yes, it's one body, but different teachings and different doctrine. In a situation whereby the husband is going to a different church, the wife is going to a different church, the wife's church has an all night, and the husband at that point needs a partner by his side. What should be happen? What should be the case? For my own thing, the way Adam and Eve was placed in one garden to fellowship with the Lord, so a man and a woman also be in one church to fellowship with the Lord.
You get the kind of church where your husband will go. If your wife don't like the church, she can go do away there for him. Some kind church, they are doing some kind thing. Like a person like me, if I go church, if you know in my mind, I will stop that church and go do one that will be my mind. I can't go church where my spirit don't accept. I can't go different church. I will follow my husband go our church. But if I don't like the church, I will tell my husband. The advice I will forgive them. My wife follow her husband go our church, so that both of them will hear the word of God. Because this church can preach another preaching, another church can preach another preaching. And if wife no follow her husband go her own church, they will not be together. Because you will go at that church and hear that preaching, this one go at that church and hear that preaching. No advice for both of them.
Wife, husband, and the children is one family. It's not good for a family to be separated. But a husband go into a different church, a wife to different church, children to different church. In different churches, there are different beliefs. The wife will come with a different belief to the house. The husband will come with a different belief to the house. The children will come with a different beliefs to the house. 3 different beliefs will cause problem in the house. But where they are in one church and they all believe in one philosophy, we all believe in one thing, one core value, that way you see a good peace established. But where the wife and the husband, children worship differently, the wife want to come to the house and implement what our pastor is teaching her. The husband will come to to the house, implement what his pastor is teaching, and likewise the children. You can see conflict in home. So my own opinion, it is not good.
It depends when you people start marrying. Maybe when you start to marry your wife go to the different church and you go to the different church. After you do the traditional marriage, I believe that your wife can follow you to your church as a husband, because you are the head of the house. It's not you, a man, can follow your wife to your own church. It is not fair. A wife can go to the different church, a husband go to the different church. It's not making sense as a Christian. Both of you supposed to go one church.